the trade desk basically failed an audit by Publicis. And so they're no longer recommended to their clients. I have a lot of thoughts about the trade desk sort of in general, but I think it's an interesting, I think like this whole idea that services and the new software is sort of comes to fruition in this use case where it's like, it's very obvious here that either so you have publishers, right? You're on the supply side. We represent that, and we represent publishers in our own jobs. And then there's like going to be some layer here that takes margin on the demand side. Mm-hmm. And it's really either going to be like the agencies or maybe some ad tech layer. It's obvious when you have an ad tech layer like AppLovin, right? Because they're tied to outcomes. Like that one is very hard to argue with. But these other sort of not unknown, but these other sort of arbitrary fees tied to the services and the demand side, it's either the agency is going to get it or like the new agency, the trade desk, is going to get it. And so like, I think we've talked about this before. We're like, at the end of the day, trade desk is kind of like a tech enabled agency. Mm-hmm. And I wonder now if they're going to like, and I tweeted about this where it's like, are they going to be like services is the new software and like we're the system of record and we're going to go on all AI? Like I could see them running at that little story. But I think this just represents, it's obvious now there's not enough margin for both the agencies and someone like the trade desk to coexist. And so the battle is sort of on. All the while, Amazon's giving away the DSP for free.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, Amazon and Google announced it today that they're bringing like true like agentic services into DV360, their DSP. And if you're the trade desk, you don't own any of the inventory. You don't own direct access to any of the even third-party supply that you can help subsidize with other services. You're in a real tough spot. Like you're not going to take on Google, Amazon, so you've got to take on the agency. And eventually, like, I don't know, that margin either compresses or you got to figure out a new business model.
It actually kind of ties back to the Belsky thing. It's like the agencies look smart using trade desk. And then now it's time to go fight. And there's just not a room for both of them. So
everyone wants to point a finger at somebody. That's part of it being in services. You get to yell at somebody.
Yeah, I think this one, I don't know. I mean, because Trade Desk is like a great company and I respect what they built, but like, I don't think it ever merited the valuation it had. And I don't think a non-outcome based business model, if you are monetizing the demand side, makes any sense unless you're just a services shop. And if you're a services shop, probably the people who specialize in services, i.e. the agencies, are probably going to have the winning hand there, at least for now. So let's keep an eye on this one, but we do have friends there and we want them to succeed. So I'm rooting for the trade desk. I'm just skeptical that will end up working out the way that they want it. But who knows?